Hello everyone and welcome to our workshop on time management. So today I will walk you through some practical tools and techniques that will help you study smarter, manage your energy, and stay motivated throughout your nursing journey. One of the first steps to effective studying is knowing your learning style. Whether you are a visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learner, you can take a quick quiz at educationplanner.org to find out. Once you know your style, match your study habits accordingly. So visual learners process information through what they see. If you are a visual learner, you might benefit from asking your instructor to illustrate concepts, take bullet point notes, use color coding, mind maps, or flashcards, and watch diagrams and educational videos for clarity. Auditory learners learn by listening and verbal discussion. If you are an auditory learner, try recording lectures if allowed, read your notes out loud, discuss topics with a study partner, and listen to audiobooks or podcasts. By the way, check out Notebook LM. You can even create rhymes or songs to help memorize information. Now, if you are a kinesthetic learner, you will learn best by doing. So rewrite your notes, actively use flashcards, walk while reviewing your notes, and engage in real-world applications like experiments and case studies. So understanding your style is truly a game changer because it helps you retain more and feel less frustrated. We also live in a digital world, and there are so many smart tools available to help us stay organized. Website like upbase.io is great for task management. Google Notes.com works really well for note-taking. Apps like Google Keep is perfect for quick reminders. Todoist is excellent for goal tracking. There is also My Study Life, which is designed specifically for academic planning. And of course, Google Calendar or your Canvas calendar would help you keep track on your assignments and deadlines. So using these tools ensures that you stay on top of your workload instead of feeling overwhelmed. Try some of those and stick to one that works best for you. Another key strategy is to create a daily study routine. Studying every day, even in short intervals, builds discipline. And one proven method is the Pomodoro technique. When you pick a task, then set a 25-minute timer, work on your task until the time is up, then take a 5-minute break, and then repeat the cycle. You can do a few Pomodoro cycles on one subject and then switch for another. Try not to spend too much time on one subject, rotate them, and after every 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break, like 15 to 30 minutes long. Now let's talk about procrastination, something that nearly every college student struggles with. Studies show that up to 95% of students report procrastination as a major challenge. One hack that works really well is called temptation bundling. This means pairing a boring task with something you enjoy. For example, you might allow yourself to listen to your favorite playlist only while reviewing your notes, or treat yourself to a Starbucks coffee or a sweet snack after writing a section of a paper. This helps hard work feel more rewarding and it lowers the resistance. Another strategy is to break large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. So instead of writing down, write an essay, start with open a blank document, then brainstorm 3 points, then write the first paragraph. And each small step here builds the momentum and keeps you from feeling overwhelmed. And checklists are great for tracking progress and giving yourself a sense of accomplishment. Of course, none of this works without healthy habits. Academic success depends on prioritizing your sleep, staying hydrated, and eating well. Short stretch breaks or quick walks are a simple way to refresh your brain during long study sessions. And remember, consistent short study sessions are far more effective than last-minute cramming. Your study environment also makes a huge difference. So create a dedicated space that signals school mode to your brain. Research shows that white noise helps people to concentrate while studying or working. Therefore, I recommend you to check out these two noise blocking resources. rainymood.com that plays the rain sound, and coffeetivity.com that simulates the sound of a coffee shop. Try also putting your phone in phone jail, so to speak, meaning out of sight and out of mind while you're studying. That way, you will not be distracted by notifications, messages, and social media. And a clean, distraction-free space makes it easier to stay focused. Remember, if you're aiming at nothing, you will distract yourself with anything. That's a quote by Dr. Peterson. So minimizing distractions is key to maintaining productivity and focus. Now that we've talked about optimizing your study zone, let's focus on improving concentration. Concentration is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. And one way to build it up is through simple exercises. The first one is the watch concentration exercise. That's very easy. Basically, we just need to follow the second hand of the clock with our eyes. Try to keep it up for at least 5 minutes, thinking of nothing else but the second hand of the watch. The second one is candle gazing meditation. It's when we follow the movements of the candle flame with our eyes. We can observe our thoughts as they come and go, but we do not engage with them. So we are just staring at the flame of the candle for at least 1 minute at first, and then increasing the duration. The benefits of the meditation are increased cognitive performance and focus, improved memory and spatial attention. It also gives us a clear, calm mind, helps against stress, and teaches us how to live in the moment. Some other tips that can help you improve concentration would include brain games like Sudoku or crossword puzzles, chess, jigsaw puzzles, word searches, or scrambles. The results from the study by Hardy and his colleagues suggest that spending 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week on brain training activities can have a big impact on our concentration. Brain training games can also develop our working and short-term memory as well as our processing and problem-solving skills. The second tip is to improve your sleep, and I cannot highlight this enough because sleep deprivation can easily disrupt our concentration, not to mention other cognitive functions such as memory and attention, because regularly failing to get a good night's sleep can affect our mood and performance at work or at school. Being too tired can even slow down our reflexes and affect our ability to drive or to do other daily tasks. So it's important to try and get as close to the recommended amount as possible. So on most nights, many experts recommend 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Meditation is another great strategy, including mindfulness practices. A review of over 23 studies found evidence that mindfulness training helps increase attention and focus. Mindfulness can also improve memory and other cognitive abilities. And meditation does not just mean that you need to sit silently with your eyes closed. You can try out yoga, deep breathing practices, Tai Chi, and other activities that may help you meditate. Next tip here is to vary your diet. The foods that you eat can affect cognitive functions like concentration and memory. Try to avoid processed foods or that contain too much sugar. Avoid very greasy or fatty foods. To boost concentration, try eating more of the fatty fish like salmon or trout, eggs, blueberries, and spinach. Staying hydrated is also important because even mild dehydration can make it harder to focus or remember information. Eating breakfast is essential and it can help us boost focus first thing in the morning. So we should aim for meals that are low in added sugars and high in protein and fiber, such as oatmeal, plain yogurt with fruits, and whole grain toast with eggs. These are good breakfast choices. And lastly, listening to music while you are working or studying may also increase concentration. Experts agree that classical music and nature sounds are good choices to help increase your focus. I'm also a big fan of classical music, and research consistently shows that classical music can improve memory, concentration, and stress regulation, making it an excellent study companion. A 2013 study by Thomas and his colleagues found that listening to classical music reduces physiological stress markers such as cortisol. Music primarily influences our autonomic nervous system, allowing faster recovery from stress. Another researcher, Ferreri and his colleagues, demonstrated that background classical music can enhance verbal memory encoding and recall by enriching the learning context. According to the arousal and mood hypothesis, slow tempo classical music can promote a calm, relaxed state that lowers our anxiety and indirectly improves cognitive performance. And lastly, Halam and his colleagues found that calming music, such as classical pieces, led to better performance on tasks requiring sustained attention, including arithmetic and reading comprehension. I've also prepared for you these beautiful pieces to help you with concentration while you're studying. So again, it's a research-backed strategy to help you stay focused, reduce stress, and improve memory. So give it a try during your next study session. You may find out that it not only supports your learning, but also enriches your overall well-being. And over time, these small habits can dramatically improve your ability to stay present and productive while studying. Now, let's talk about priorities. Not all tasks are created equal, and sometimes we spend too much energy on things that don't move us closer to our goals. And that's where the Eisenhower's matrix comes in. This is a simple but powerful tool that helps you organize tasks into 4 categories. Urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. So by sorting your to-do list into these categories, you can clearly see what deserves your immediate attention, what you should plan for later, what can be delegated, and what you can let go of altogether. So let's take a look at the first quadrant, urgent and important. So these are tasks that require our immediate action in order to avoid negative consequences. For example, submitting an assignment that's due today, posting your initial discussion by Wednesday midnight, responding to urgent instructor emails, or studying for an exam this week, or uploading documents needed for financial aid or enrollment. The second quadrant is not urgent, but important. So these are important tasks that support long-term success, but don't need to be done right away. For example, reviewing notes after each class, working on a project or paper due next week, scheduling time for tutoring or study group sessions, creating a weekly study calendar, practicing active recall or quiz-style review for key concepts. Now, speaking about the next quadrant, urgent but not important. These are distractions that feel urgent but don't contribute directly to our academic goals. For example, replying instantly to non-academic group texts, or helping friends with their assignments before finishing our own, or attending events that conflict with our study time, or answering emails that are not time sensitive. And lastly, the fourth quadrant, not urgent and not important. These are our time wasters that offer little to no value to our academic or personal growth. For example, scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram during planned study hours, or binge watching Netflix the night before a major exam, or checking Canvas or grades obsessively instead of preparing, or multitasking with background distractions like TV or gaming. So this tool not only helps you focus on what really matters, but also reduces stress by preventing procrastination and last-minute scrambling. When you learn to separate the urgent from the truly important, you can spend more time on meaningful work that supports your long-term goals instead of constantly putting out fires. Now, as we wrap up today's session, I want to leave you with this student checklist for success, a simple guide that you can follow throughout your nursing journey. First, make it a priority to attend every class session. Consistency matters, and being present ensures you don't miss important information. While you're there, Participate actively, ask questions, join discussions, and contribute to group activities. This helps you stay engaged and makes learning more meaningful. Next, stay on top of your coursework by completing your assignments on time. Meeting deadlines not only builds discipline, but also prevents stress from piling up. You don't have to do it all alone. Form study groups and collaborate with your peers. Working together helps you understand material from different perspectives and keeps you motivated. Also, make sure you are regularly checking your Canvas for updates, announcements, communication from your instructors. Use it as your academic hub. And don't forget to seek feedback, whether from your professors or classmates. Applying constructive feedback is one of the fastest ways to grow. Staying organized is another key. Use a planner, as we discussed earlier, or digital tool to track your schedule and tasks so nothing slips through the cracks. Alongside this, set both short-term and long-term academic goals. Having a clear direction gives you something to aim for and keeps you moving forward. Finally, remember to use all the resources available to you: tutoring centers, our library, academic support, and even wellness resources. Don't isolate yourself. Stay connected by joining our campus events, activities, student organizations, because building a supportive network will make your journey easier and more enjoyable. So this checklist may sound simple, but it covers the essentials. If you commit to these habits, you will set yourself up for academic success, professional growth, and personal well-being. So that's it for today's session on time management. Remember, effective time management is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most with focus, intention, and balance.